Hey, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, and we got a ton of Black Ops 3 news this week. We got the next DLC pack announced, we got free DLC weekend announced, DLC on old consoles announced, and double XP weekend and all things like that. So it's gonna be a lot of DLC info in this video, so let's just hop right into it. First things first, Black Ops 3 on PlayStation 4 will have a free Awakening DLC map pack trial this weekend from April 1st to April 4th. So if you're on PlayStation 4, you're able to play all the multiplayer maps and even Rise and Dodge Zombies for the whole weekend just for free, giving you a little trial, get you to want to buy the DLC if you want to, and all that. I'm guessing Xbox and PC will probably have something similar, or have a free trial of Awakening like a month from now, a couple weeks before the next map pack comes out for Xbox. You know how everything's delayed and how everything like that works. But not only that, we're also going to have double XP weekend and double weapon XP weekend this weekend, so I'm probably going to be playing some zombies to get to max prestige in zombies. You can level up your weapons, do whatever you want. It's just a good weekend to play some Black Ops 3, especially on the PlayStation 4. Not only that, we also have more DLC info. The Awakening DLC has been confirmed for the last gen consoles. They're actually going to go ahead and release this, which is kind of interesting. Last gen is not too good for, graphics wise and all that for Black Ops 3. They announced in the beginning of the season that there's not going to be a season pass, so people there's not going to be that much DLC. Maybe there'll be a little DLC, but they are going to be releasing Awakening on PlayStation 3 on next week, April 5th, actually, so next Tuesday. And 360 will probably get a month later as usual, and you guys are going to get Awakening if you're on last gen consoles, which is pretty exciting, I guess. They also said there's no plans later for DLC as of now, so this may be the only DLC pack that you guys are going to get. Maybe they'll have some later. Who knows? We'll have to wait for the future. But as of right now, they said they don't plan on doing anything else. So, this was a surprise by itself. Black Ops 3 on last gen was a surprise by itself, so this is kind of good news for you guys. But that's all the older, kind of oldish DLC news. Now I have some new DLC. The new DLC map pack called ECLIPSE has been announced. It's going to be dropping Tuesday, April 19th on PlayStation 4, which is 2.5 weeks from now. And it looks pretty interesting. Written 4 maps and a Zombies map, classic DLC structure. So let's just go ahead and give a little preview of each of the maps. All they showed was still images, so I got some kind of crappy screen grabs of the still images of the maps so you can get a taste for what there are. But they didn't really say much about the maps except that they're coming and this is what they are about. They did a lot more for zombies, which we'll get into. But one of the maps is called Spire, which is this airport terminal that is up in the clouds. And if you guys have watched Star Wars, the sequels, the 4, 5, 6 episodes, this is pretty much like Bespin, which is the Cloud City in Star Wars. It's like that type of map feel. It's like a utopian society airport, very clean feeling map that just is above the clouds, and it's something that we haven't seen. We'll maybe pushing our heights further into space warfare, which is, the rumored next Call of Duty. I'm not talking about that on my channel, but there's that if you guys haven't heard about that. Infinity War might be developing Call of Duty Space Warfare. We'll see about that. But yeah, it's just up in the sky. Pretty interesting map. They said they designed it similar to Combine, which is the launch map that a lot of people like. So that will be exciting for people. But yeah, that's Spire. Not too much on any of these maps. Just some brief descriptions and some screenshots. Next map we have is Rift, which is a military complex that is stationed above an active volcano, which is very interesting. They said this map design is very unique to what other Call of Duty maps are. The way they designed this map is that you always are going to be moving forward. There's not many flank routes, and you're just going to be going head to head with people in the middle. The only way you can really flank people is by using your movement, so you can thrust jump over, maybe thrust jump around. Maybe there'll be like a wall running spot on a far off distance, like to the side that you can go around, but it's going to be head-to-head combat, very close quarters. Seems pretty interesting because that's the kind of maps I like to play. I like to go head-to-head, rush around, and do stuff like that. They also, in the description, mentioned a rail system that you'll be able to travel on, so there might be like a mobile train, something like that. I think Gold Rush had this in Call of Duty Ghost, so there was like a minecart that went around the map, so it might be something like that in this map. We'll have to see when we actually get a DLC trailer or something like that. The next map, third map we have is Knockout, which is a Asian style kung fu map. This is probably the most craziest map this is going to be in this map pack. They describe this as there's a rich emperor who owns a private island and likes old school kung fu technique type stuff, but he also likes the new school stuff, and you see that mesh without the map. So you have like old temples and cherry blossoms on the map, just nice beautiful textures, and then they said like there's a disco in one room, so it's very wacky map designs like that. Pretty interesting. Hopefully this will be like, it's like a, you know, Chinese kind of style environment, so hopefully this will be a better version of Advanced Warfare's Green Band, which, you know, they had the cherry blossom kind of Asian type thing, and that map just sucks. So we'll see about that. And finally, the last map we have is Verge, which is a reimagining of World at War's Banzai. It's set in a post-apocalyptic future. There's two nations fighting each other. Well, it's like the aftermath. It's not actually happening in the map, and it's just like a very happy map. I haven't played World at War, so I don't know about Banzai, but the World at War remakes that they have done in the past are very good. Black Ops 1 remakes, Black Ops 2 remakes, and Black Ops 3 remakes. They've all been awesome. I love the World at War map, so hopefully this will be pretty cool. If you guys have played World at War and know about Banzai, share your opinions down below in the comments. But that's it for multiplayer. Now we have the new Zombies map, which is called Zetsubo no Shima. It takes place on a Japanese Pacific island. It's a Division 9 facility if you guys are into zombies, and it's very, very interesting. They showed the opening cinematic for this and just talked about the map. They had like a question and answer session, and I'll have the link down below to the cinematic if you guys want to go check that out. The live stream, they pretty much just ask questions about zombies, where it's going into in the future and things like that. I have that down below in the description if you want to go check that out too. It's like 30 minutes long. But anyway, Zetsubo no Shima, Pacific Island. They said this is probably going to be the most scariest type feeling map, because zombies fans have been wanting, like, the recent maps have been very happy. There's nothing really spooky. Like Shino Numa back in the day was really spooky, and they said that that's what they went with the aesthetic for this map, is that the atmosphere is going to be really creepy and just a scary, unnerving map by itself, just for the way it's designed. So that really excites me. I like those, like Verrucht back in the day was just creepy. It's like an insane asylum. You got the babies whining and through the fire. Creepy map, and I'm glad they're going that route with it. But besides that, the only things that they shared about this map is that it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be new ways to transport, new transport mechanics, new traps, new like Easter eggs and things to follow. Something you'd expect with a zombies map. And they may tease new spider zombies. I'm not sure about that yet. But the whole story about this, you know how they're going through this whole Easter egg zombie storyline where they have the, what's the thing called? They have the summoning key, and they're going through time and kind of stopping the zombie apocalypse. And they like killed off, what was it? They killed off Dempsey in the last one. Rick Tofen killed himself in the giant. Apparently Takeo is the next one to go. The whole like cinematic, they're stuck on a ship. There's Japanese people with the summoning key, and then they just go crazy and kill people. Takeo's a badass, and they get the summoning key, and then they wash up on shore, which is pretty interesting. I'm wondering if this zombies map is going to be like, the starting room is going to be like underwater, or washing up on shore, and like there could be zombies coming out of the water and off the land. That'd be really cool, especially to add to that creepy aspect, like zombies coming out of the water. That's kind of scary. You can get down pretty easily. But yeah, pretty interesting. Zetsubo no Shima, all this stuff is coming out April 19th on PlayStation 4 first, probably May 19th, May 18th, give or take a few days for Xbox One and PC. So that's all the Black Ops 3 DLC news this week. Let me know what you guys think, if you're excited for Eclipse, if you're going to be grinding out some double XP this weekend, if you're excited if you're on last gen, if you're just excited about all this DLC stuff. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Skater. Be sure to subscribe for future Black Ops 3 content if you aren't already. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's First Try Fridays. Peace out.